It's called Here's to Never Growing Up. Well, here's to that, but I want to give kudos to her for making an effort at growing up by waking up so early in the morning to be with us. It's so unlike her. Avril Lavigne is here.
Hello, thank you for having me. I'm eating my lip gloss for breakfast.
Are you? Is it a flavored lip gloss?
It's pink.
Berry.
Care to share?
You look great.
Thank you.
You look great for being up so early. You're not an early person, are you?
I am not a morning person.
No.
Okay. I like to stay up really late. I get creative in the evening. That's when our shows are at 9 o'clock at night.
Yes.
And that's when I'm in the studio writing. That's when I come alive. So morning, sometimes I'm like, do I pull an all-nighter or do I get the 3 hours sleep?
So what did you do? What did you do? 3 hours?
I did really good. I went to bed at 10. Then I woke up at 1:30 and I laid there for 2 hours.
Did you write something? Did you write a song at least or something?
No, I was just like, go back to sleep.
Oh, okay.
I was just so excited to come see you guys today.
You look so amazing. Welcome home. You're very close to your homeland. This is great to have you here. And I got to tell you, I was watching your video again yesterday, Here's to Never Growing Up. I love this video.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I would definitely say, okay, you have not grown up at all judging by the video, but in reality, I got a sneaking suspicion that you have grown up a little bit. There's something about you. You've changed.
Yeah, I'm 28.
Yeah, you're going to be 29 in September, and then the big 3-0 next year. Does that scare you at all?
No, that doesn't.
It's getting better, isn't it?
It's being young. It's all about it. It's your state of mind. Staying young forever, and it's an attitude and a way of life, and I like to just have a good time and never take things too seriously.
You look great.
That sums you up.
You look great. I was saying before you got in the room that you're ageless, but I know you took a little bit of a break. I would go to Paris too if I could, and just kind of, relax a little bit and get back on track. Not that you were really off track, but just get centered a little bit. Was that a good move for you?
Well, when I went, it was the first time in my life that I had just finished an entire world tour, and I was single, and I was like, you know what? I had sold my house in Los Angeles, and I was like, I'm going to go to France. I've always wanted to do that. It's important to me. And I went to school 5 days a week with Berlitz, and I went out there not knowing anyone, and I thought, okay, worst case scenario, I'm just in school every day. But I made new friends, and it was good to be alone because I'm used to traveling with tour managers and so many people on tour, and it was the first time I ever flew internationally on my own. And so it was like, I know that probably sounds silly to you guys, but
not at all.
It's kind of weird when I'm alone, and if no one else is there, if someone, so it was good. I'd go for walks. I went to the grocery store on my own. A couple times there was some paparazzi, but I was like, well, they're not going to hurt me. They're just going to take a picture. So it was cool.
But listen, I think that is one of the most important things anybody can do when they're growing up, and no matter what age. Because here you were, like from 15, surrounded by all these people nurturing you and trying to shape you and whatever's going on, you were always with somebody.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And then when you finally just go and do something by yourself, it's tough to sometimes just handle your own company.
And I felt really connected with Europe and with France, and so when I was in Paris, I just being alone, and we got really in touch with myself. And if anyone can ever do that, especially in between relationships and stuff like that, it's kind of good. I knew that I'd eventually, probably get married again and stuff like that. I didn't know it would be this soon, but
congratulations,
thank
by the
you.
way. Can't think of a nicer guy.
I wasn't going to bring that up.
Really
I wasn't, but now that you have.
Yeah, I see you definitely changed, though.
Okay, great.
But Avril, seriously, that's one of the changes I've seen with you, and you've become more of a homebody. We're not seeing you in the rags anymore. There's no tabloid stuff on you. It's really changed. You couldn't go anywhere before. In fact, a couple years ago, you and I had a great conversation on the radio, and you and I talked about the paparazzi a little bit, and you really opened up to me about it, and you said how dangerous it is and how threatened not only they made you feel, but when you look in your rearview mirror and they're running red lights to keep up with you and all that. That was a crazy time for you.
Well, I moved to Los Angeles when I was 19, and I was there for 10 years and just, having a good time, being in my 20s, working. But what I found was with being in the entertainment industry, anytime I'd get home from like a tour and I'd be in LA, I didn't really feel like I was home or that I was getting away from it. So that's why I decided to move. It's so much fun. I spent a ton of time there. I make all my records there. But as far as paparazzi goes, yeah, there's a lot of that there. There's a lot of it in the UK. I'm going to the UK tonight, actually.
Are you?
Yeah.
And then you're back here in a couple weeks for the
For the
MMVAs.
Much Music.
That's amazing.
I'm so excited.
So, so are you not living in Los Angeles anymore? Is that what I'm understanding?
No, but I spend a lot a there.
Are you spending a lot of time at Chad's house?
Back and forth. Well,
in BC? Are you spending a lot of time in Canada again?
no, I'm not in Canada, but I'm kind of been bouncing back and forth between a few different places in the world.
Actually, if the truth be told, she's a guest at my house over the weekend. That's what she's been doing. Hey, I got to talk about, speaking of relationships, your relationship with L.A. Reid. Mm-hmm. What a great relationship you have with him. I won't say father figure, but boy, if you need to talk to somebody about direction and things like that, he's great for you, huh? You've got a good relationship.
Yeah, he signed me when I was 15 years old. He discovered me, and we made my first record together. And I remember sitting in his office with my mom, and he looked at me, and he was like, you know what? You got your own thing going on, like your own style. I'm not going to try to change you like most people would. Just do your thing. And he also let me write my songs as young as I was. It was so important to me. And he gave me a year to make the first record, and I went in the studio and I wrote and I learned, and I was so young, I was trying to figure out who I was and what my style was, and he believed in me. And so after that, we didn't work together because labels fold, things change.
Right.
This record, we're back together for my 5th album. So we made this record together, and I was so re-inspired to be able to work with him again. And I can't tell you how the difference it makes to have somebody who really is supporting you and giving you your artistic freedom to make a project. When I'm creating, if I don't have somebody that's on my side or gets it just makes it so much different.
With anything, right? Someone has to have your back. And the wonderful thing is, I know that because you were so young when you got started, they always they wanted to pigeonhole you as to what they thought you should do. And it was so great that you guys found each other, and that he had that foresight to say, you know what, she's got it, so let her do her own thing. That's what makes you you. And that's what I love about him so much. Yeah, he's
Avril Lavigne is on the radio with us live. Is the album ready? Do we have a release date yet?
The album's coming out in September.
September. We don't have a date yet, do we? September the something?
You do have a title
yet?
yet?
Have you even named it?
Nope.
You can call it CHUM FM if you want to.
I could. I've been going through the photos from the album cover shoot, and now I'm working with the font and coming up with all the artwork, and then it'll come to me.
Okay.
Avril, you say you pushed yourself harder than ever on this album to talk about subjects that you've never really approached before in song. So what are some of these
My go-to
subjects?
as a teenager with writing music was always the breakup or the boy bashing tune,
right?
Which I think I'm probably known for at this stage.
I don't like you anymore.
I wasn't there. So with this record, I was in a good place, and I think I'd pretty much exhausted myself on that. So it's nostalgic. There's a lot of summer songs. There's a song called Hello Kitty because I'm obsessed with Hello Kitty.
Yeah, where does Hello Kitty rank with Chad? Seriously, who's in front?
Well, we have 2 Hello Kitty rooms at our house.
Do you really? What is in a Hello Kitty room?
A giant pink couch with every little Hello Kitty stuffed animal all over it.
Okay.
Please don't tell me Chad spends much time in there, because that's going to ruin my image of him. No? That's your little go-to area?
He has a man cave, and I have my own Hello Kitty.
Good for you, but what is it about Hello Kitty? What is it about?
I love pink, and
yes,
I don't know. Hello Kitty, it's cute. A lot of my fans in Japan started giving me Hello Kitty gifts and letters, stationery Hello Kitty, and I just started really liking it.
That's
and
cute.
It's fun, and so now for my birthday and stuff like that, my friends and family, they're like, what do you want? I'm like, something Hello Kitty for my Hello Kitty room.
She's a Hello Kitty registry. Just so we don't double up on the Hello Kitty.
Yeah, exactly.
Front.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, so there's that subject you approached, a Hello Kitty, but you also talk about, you do a duet with Chad, 1 or 2 duets with Chad?
I have a duet with Chad on this record. It was the first song we actually wrote together. It's called Let Me Go.
Yeah.
And we did another tune together that was a love song, but I think I'm going to save it. I'm not sure when I'm going to release it, but it might be the song for our wedding.
Yeah.
And
that's nice. Do we have a date? Do we have a date on that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's all I'm asking.
Planning. It's amazing. I've my emails right now. I'm planning a wedding, shooting videos, releasing a single, wrapping up the record, and so there's a lot.
You've
going
taken
on.
full control of that wedding planning, haven't you? Chad's kind of backed away.
Yeah.
Yeah, smart guy.
That's a good thing. And Marilyn, Meryl, you've got a
Marilyn
Marilyn
Manson.
Yeah, how did that relate? She's like he.
Yeah.
He's on, it's me that's she. He's on this album too.
Yes, I have a song called Bad Girl, and it's a darker, heavier song. And when I was listening to it in the studio, I was like, Manson would be perfect on this song. So I text messaged him, and I called him up, and he came over. He's like, all right, I'm in a movie. I'll come over around like 4. So he came over at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and he listened to it.
That's because he doesn't come out in the daylight.
He put his vocals on it. That's how we are.
Yeah, that's how you roll. I know.
Like, I've left the studio at 8 in the morning. It's just you
Beautiful.
start, and that's how it goes. So he put vocals down on that song, and he killed it. And it's one of my favorite tunes on the record. But I think every song on the record really is my favorite because they're all so different.
Can't wait to hear it.
Judging by the first single, honestly, Avril, cannot wait to hear the album.
Cool.
I think it's going to be great. And
It's really diverse. There's more pop rock tunes like the first single, but I've gone to definitely other places.
okay.
We look forward to that for sure, and we're so glad to see you back. I have to ask you because I've had a couple of emails. They want to know about your clothing line, Avedon. So what's going on with that?
So Avedon, Avedon.com is my website,
Okay.
and I'm just getting a bunch of new designs right now.
Okay, good to know. Just need to know. The fashionistas want to know. So thank you for answering.
And before
that
you go,
question.
just tell us what the theme is going to be for your wedding, because I know you said it's going to be a themed wedding.
Though I kind of I want to keep it a surprise.
Is it going to be Hello Kitty?
Is it on Canada Day?
It won't be pink. It won't be Hello Kitty, but there is a theme.
There is a theme. Okay, because you know...
We did start dating Canada Day.
Yes, you
It's our
did.
official.
You know, you
That's
are
why
one of
we-
Canada's
He
national
proposed.
treasures, and you know, Celine Dion is this other one. And when she got married, when she had her ceremony in Las Vegas, she had camels and belly dancers
Right.
and snakes. So
She got married in Vegas?
Well, for her second one, yeah, same guy, second ceremony. So I'm just thinking you kind of have to outdo that. No pressure.
I'll do my best.
So Hello Kitty better bring game if that's what it's going to be. Best to you and Chad. Seriously,
All the best.
congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I think it's a great coupling, by the way. I think you guys make a great couple. It's
Thank
good.
you.
And congratulations, and nice to see you back.
Thank you for having me.
Avril
It's a
Lavigne,
pleasure.
everybody. Here's to never growing up.